Hey everybody, welcome back to Video Game Esoteric and the final episode in our Christmas-themed video game series. I'm posting this after Christmas, but I did make it before, so I hope you guys had an awesome Christmas if you celebrate the holiday, and I hope you just had a really nice week if you didn't. And today we're taking a look at Batman Returns on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Not only is it an awesome beat-em-up, but it's also Christmas-themed, and we need that for this series. Before we get too far involved though, do me a huge favor, go down below, hit like, subscribe, and that notification bell definitely helps us out. If you feel so inclined to like what we do on the channel here, I have a Patreon link at the top of the description below as well. And like all the other Christmas episodes I've had so far, I have a giveaway for this video as well. But here's the funny thing, at the time of recording this voiceover, I haven't figured out what it is yet, but I needed to get this voiceover done early because I'm going to have a really busy couple weeks at work before I'm able to kind of celebrate the holiday myself. So look at the title, look at the description, you'll find out what I'm giving away, and I'll tell you shortly how you enter the contest, because I kind of just keep that, close to the chest until I feel like telling you, because I want people that actually watch my videos and subscribe to the channel to have a chance to win and not just get flooded with random people that stumbled across this. But outside of the giveaway, I love Batman Returns. I love the game and I love the movie. I don't think I watched the movie when it first came out. I can't remember the release year, but I was pretty young for sure. But I remember my father renting this on VHS. I don't think it was near Christmas, not like you would with Die Hard, because he insisted it was a Christmas movie, and I tend to agree with him. But I just remember watching the movie and absolutely falling in love with it. And when I found out that there was a Batman Returns video game, I absolutely had to have it. I don't know if I got it for any particular special occasion. Maybe it was just because I had some money saved up from a birthday. Maybe I got a good report card, but it doesn't ring any Christmas bells as far as when I got it. But if you can't tell already, it's definitely Christmas themed, and the Christmas theming is more towards the first half of this game, so that is what I'm showing off here. As far as the mechanics of the game, because this is a video about a video game, it's not just talking about Christmas, it is a really good beat 'em up. It is not top tier, it's not Streets of Rage, but it is close enough that it's definitely something you want to check out, especially if you haven't played. And I love that you can throw people into the wall there. Kind of committed a Christmas foul and ruined that tree just a little bit, but I'm pretty sure Santa won't mind, and he'll still bring us presents because we are fighting the bad guys here. And honestly, our cat almost knocked the Christmas tree over the first year we had him. Unfortunately, the cat is no longer with us, but he's with us in spirit, and he did not like Christmas trees, or he liked them too much and liked playing underneath them and almost knocking them over, but that's a story for a different video. I'm not sure why I'm zagging on my cat here. What we should be talking about more is this game. It is Christmas themed, but it's also just such a strange game because the movie was so strange. We have these fat clowns and we have these motorcycle clowns with these skull helmets on. I don't know, I mean, obviously this was intended for kids, it was a video game, but it's got some weird horror theming to it. But you'll see here that Batman comes swooping into the screen as those enemies break out of that giant present, and Shrek's has their big Christmas tree up in the background, and you can see why I picked this game for a Christmas episode. And honestly, I'm running out of Christmas games to talk about. I don't know what I'm going to do in 2022, so if you have any ideas for games that I should cover, leave a comment down below. I would love the input. I've got about 12 months to think about it, but I'll probably start thinking about it in like August or September next year. That's how early I make these videos sometimes. What I really enjoy about Batman Returns is how it kind of plays around with the beat 'em up genre, because you'll have noticed in the beginning of the video, Batman has the ability to move up and down in the screen, kind of like Streets of Rage, but as we get to level 2, the only thing he can do is move left and right. There's only one plane of existence for him to be on as we try to rescue Selina Kyle here, and I kind of like that. It makes it just feel ever so slightly different. It's almost like a side-scrolling platformer in spots, and then a beat 'em up in other spots. It just changes things up enough that it feels fresh. My only complaint about this game, if I have one, is that it's relatively easy. I remember when I got this, I probably beat it in a day or two. It was always a bummer when you beat a game in an afternoon, because then you wondered, what the hell am I going to play afterwards? But you do get a little bit of story as well, as much as you're ever going to get from a 16-bit game that's not a JRPG. And what here is good. It's enjoyable. I think I just said what here is good. Just ignore that. I'm going to keep going because I'm getting close to Christmas and I need to get this done. But as good as this game plays, it also sounds awesome too. So enjoy the soundtrack for like 30-45 seconds, and I'll come back, tell you how to enter the contest, and I'll talk more about Batman Returns and Christmas and maybe cats. But enjoy. Yeah, I like the soundtrack. It's not the best thing I've ever heard, and it's slightly muffly, which is kind of just a Super Nintendo trait in some instances, but it's got a ton of fun. And here's how you enter the giveaway, whatever it is I'm giving away. Like I said, check the title, check the description. Tell me what the best gift you got this Christmas was. If you don't celebrate Christmas, tell me what you would have loved somebody to give you for a random occurrence on December 25th. Just trying to make sure I include everybody. Shipping is available worldwide. I pay the shipping. The only thing I don't cover is if your country has import tax. That's on you because I have no way to handle it. But going back into Batman Returns, you'll see here we're inside Shrek's department store, and it's fun. I just love the way this game looks. All the sprite work, all the enemies, all the graphics in the background. It just is a really good looking Super Nintendo game. And when you get these fire effects here and you get kind of that Mode 7 kind of scrolling of the screen, it just looks like a lot of fun. Although I will say, using Batman's grappling hook and swinging can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. But that is just kind of what happens. These games had to be hard somewhere. They had to have some difficult mechanics here and there. And that thing that falls from the ceiling, that rafter, feels like it's kind of cheap and just designed to make the game ever so slightly harder. But that's what we put up with in the 16-bit days. And maybe if you grew up back in the 90s, you remember wanting these games for Christmas and then realizing some of them weren't great. But if you got Batman Returns, at least you got something good. And moving on here, back outside, we switch again. We're back into the Streets of Rage style ability to go up and down into the screen. And that's what I really like, is that you're just able to kind of play around with the different gameplay in Batman. It changes just enough so that you always feel like something's fresh. It'll take a good person maybe like 28 minutes to beat this game. And that's a little bit of a bummer. I wish it was a little longer, but what is on offer is a ton of fun. And you can do a lot worse with Christmas themed video games like Dead Rising 4. I've almost covered that twice now for Christmas, but I don't really like the game that much. It's not great, so I've never really felt like playing it again to get to the Christmas themed mall segments. Maybe next year I'll find a new love for the game and I'll talk about it. But the boss fights, even those are relatively fair. It's not like most beat 'em ups where you just get completely stun locked by the boss and he just destroys you. He does have a much larger health bar, but what are you going to really do about that? And you got Oswald Cobblepot in the background there running for mayor of the classic Penguin. Danny DeVito was amazing in that role, although obviously he's the best and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And if you can't tell, my mind's all over the place because it's so close to Christmas. I'm getting excited for the food. I'm getting excited for all of the things, which is funny because I'm posting this after Christmas, so I'm sure I've chatted with all you guys, let your subscribers, and leave me comments about your holiday and how it was. But yeah, that's Batman Returns. It's an awesome 16-bit beat-em-up game that has a lot of Christmas theming on the Super Nintendo, and I can't believe this is the third year in a row which I've talked about Christmas games, and we're going into 2022, and fingers big crossed that 2022 is better than 2021. That's better than 2020. It's been a hell of a 24 months almost at this point in time, and I'm really hoping next year brings us something good because this video will go up right before New Year's Eve, so I hope you have a great New Year's Eve as well. But don't forget to enter the contest. I will announce the winner on my community page like I do everything else. Short of that, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We'll see you next year. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed your holiday. See you guys. Bye-bye.